Hey YouTube, so I got myself a Squier Showmaster. I've had one of these before. I remember I used the upside down neck from a triple neck Flying V and I made the body into like a Fender 6 thing. I put a sort of short scale jazz bass neck on it and a dual sonic scratch plate, and it was pretty mental anyway. So this is an unmolested one. This one has at some point been damaged round about the bridge, so the previous owners put a block of wood in, so it's basically a hardtail just now. I've got plans for this guitar later on though. So this is, as I said, Indonesia. Serial number is either S102 or SI02. 2010 or 2002, 2010 maybe. So what you get is basically a Strat, sort of. Apart from the big difference is got an upside down headstock. It doesn't have a scratch plate, which actually makes it much easier to work on because you can just get in at the electrics without having to take the scratch plate off, which is always dead annoying with Strats. You know, when I'm doing my funny wiring, because to get at the knobs you have to take the strings off, take the scratch plate off, get at it, put the wire on that you forgot, put the whole thing back together again, tune it up. But it's much easier to work on something like this. And it's a humbucker in the bridge. So it's basically a Strat with a reverse headstock, no scratch plate and a humbucker. I suppose technically it's only got one tone control as well, but yeah, so neck pickup, clean through wee laney. And I've not set this up or anything. Basically, it's quite nice when I get a guitar in and it actually works. So yeah, I could probably I would bring the action down a wee bit, put new strings on it, but not very much. I don't actually even know if all the pickups work yet. There you go, so Mark 4, 7, 4. Middle pickup. And then position 2, which I've already checked, doesn't coil split, so you get the humbucker and the middle pickup. If that sounded out of phase, it doesn't, it's fine. So there the humbucker sounds a wee bit iffy and clean. But with a bit of distortion, rap pedal. Nice guitar. Pickup. Quite a high output, the single coil pickups on it. Really getting that sort of Hendrixy thing going on. I would say the bridge pickups maybe a bit more on the vintage side, as opposed to being like a sort of shredder pickup. That might be just a sensible move to, if you're going to put like a humbucker in with two single coils. You put in quite powerful single coils and a less powerful humbucker, so that they they match up better volume wise. Used to very quickly the headstock being upside down. It just kind of looks a bit funny. So it's always when you go for the the first tuning peg, oh, but easy a wee bit flat, and it's like, oh, that's right, it's away around here. Maybe it's just me, but because I'm kind of used to having quite a lot of guitars anyway, I have absolutely no issue with the G, B, and E strings being there, because I'm just used to that and like a Les Paul type thing. It's only the first three that make any difference where you kind of like, oops. Yeah. So this guitar, actually, I think construction-wise, I would say it's quite similar to the Squier Bullet that I had. I had a Squier Bullet Mustang, which I really quite liked, and it's basically, it feels sort of the same quality level. It's got decent tuners, sealed type, neck's a satin finish, and not a super thin, well, quite a deep, a flat C section. Pretty good. You get an extra fret from a Strat, so you get 22, which is a bit different. But yeah, seems like a good bigger guitar. I would have no issues with it. This one apparently, well, I got it cheap because it's been smashed at some point. I'm not sure what exactly has happened. I'm not sure that's the original bridge either. But anyway, so I'll be doing something with it. So my plan with this is getting a little bit of modifications done to it. Well, actually my pal has been looking for a reverse headstock Strat for ages, and he wants one that matches his existing Strat, so I'm probably going to use this neck for that. So I think the neck's gone. So my plan for this is, it's a little bit boring, basically, just being black. It's actually, if you look at it in the light, it's not actually black. Obviously it's too covered in fingerprints, but it's a sort of metallic black sparkle. If you really clean it, if you really polish it and then hold it out in the light, it's a sort of sparkly metallic finish, which is pretty cool. As I was saying, it's also got, I haven't mentioned, it's also got like a contour on the neck block, which I don't remember the previous Showmaster I had having that thing on it. So there might be slightly different versions over the years. Mine might have been a couple of years newer or a couple of years later. So maybe some things did change. They're maybe not all exactly the same. Same goes, I think, for pretty much all guitars, even like your Yamaha Pacificas and stuff. Even if it's the same model, if they're 5 years apart, every couple of years they tend to go through and upgrade something. You know, whether it's just a case of, oh, now they've got black scratch plates instead of white scratch plates. Sometimes they put, you know, maybe upgrade the tuners over the years, or, you know, slightly different pickups, even though they look the same, and just wee things. So the same with guitars like this, even if it's exactly the same model. So I reckon this one is a SIO Indonesia, so it could be S and I for Indonesia, so it could be 02 or 10. But yeah, so my plan with this, seeing as I've already said that there's damage behind this bridge block and it's hardtail, I don't think it would work. Again, my plan is blocking it off, Telecaster bridge. Yep, you see where I'm going with this yet? So Telecaster bridge, Telecaster scratch plate, which I will have to cut to fit a bit. It's incredibly dusty, this one. So Tele bridge, Tele scratch plate, and I'll just put Tele pickups in it, I think. So I'm kind of going to end up with a Tele. Like, I think I was going to paint it, I think, see, black with a black scratch plate, silver pickup, you know, a standard Tele setup. And then, seeing as I've already lost the neck, my pal's guitar, I've got this maple Tele neck. So I think I might end up with something in between a Tele and a Strat. So that could be quite interesting. I'm quite looking forward to seeing that. I'm kind of copying the alternative reality or whatever it is, parallel universe. I think Fender or Squier do it just now, where you get, like, you know, they've done like a Straguar, which is like a Strat with Jaguar pickups, and a Jellicaster, which is like a Jaguar with Telecaster pickups, and, you know, just things that just don't really normally go together. So I quite fancy doing that just to make it a bit more interesting, because, as I said, this one, it's a little bit plain. I think I'd maybe describe it as a new metal Strat. You know, it's the reverse headstock is cool. There is arguments for the upside down headstock. See, because the top string is longer, you get better string tension. Is an argument I've heard. Whether it's true or not, but or whether it even makes any difference to the string tension. It might do. The strings might feel a little bit floppier. Don't know, but just to say that argument is there. Yeah, so I've calmed down. Yesterday I did a video, a rant, because I get stiffed on Gumtree again. and I got annoyed, and I did the video, but I think it was maybe about 15 minutes long of me just basically complaining and talking very fast. And after 5 minutes, I calmed down, and it as therapy, it worked. But I decided not to put it live because I was a wee bit compromised because I was in a bad mood and a bit sort of shouty and aggressive. So I figured I would just ditch it. I definitely got the therapy from it, from just recording it. Even if I hadn't actually recorded, that would have been fine. So I've calmed down now. Gumtree is a pig. It's just, you just got to get used to the fact that, you know, a lot of the time if you say you're going to buy something, the person never gets back to you, or you know, they say they're going to buy, they're coming round tonight at 7 o'clock, they don't turn up, they never hear from them again, they make offers, and then it's like people just disappear. It just happens all the time. But that's just part and parcel of Gumtree. That's why I like selling Facebook better, because nearly everyone I've met on Facebook's been really nice, and it's I think it's maybe because there's a little bit less anonymity. It's less anonymous, you know what I mean? Cause like, you know, Facebook, when someone says, you know, I'm interested in your guitar, you can see, oh, it's Steve, and there's a picture of him, so if I really wanted to, I could see what he looked like, and stuff like that. There's a little bit of information. If it's in Gumtree, it's just, it could be anyone, so it's like, I've already told this guy I'm going to go round to his house, and he's waiting in, and he's cancelled another appointment to do it, I'll just not bother, and then just never bother calling back. Seems to be quite a common thing. So it'd be interesting to see if I can make this up. I wonder if I'll manage to make it into my Telly Tuesdays thing. I was sitting daydreaming earlier on, thinking it's like, right, say it's got the telly neck, the telly scratch plate, the telly pickup and bridge, you know, the telly pickups and bridge. It's not a telly, right, and it's not a Strat. At what point in the middle is it between a telly and a Strat? And I decided I basically had to have to play it to see if it sounded like a telly. And if it sounded and played like a telly, then it is a telly with a slightly Strat-shaped body. Don't know. Should be fun anyway. So nice short video today, not talking too much piss. Rock on!